All right. Proud of the guys today. I thought we played a pretty clean game for the most part, and did what we needed to do. I thought that, you look at a lot of our measurables of what we look at, and we hit a lot of our marks, which was good to see. And I had quite a few people warn me to stay focused and don't worry. This league's very good top to bottom. Any team can beat you any night. These guys have gone to Johnson City and lost by 3. They've played Greensboro really close at home, and they present a lot of problems offensively. So we knew that we were going to have to be locked in. Our defensive game plan, we made a few adjustments from what we did to them in Lexington just because they've been playing the 5 that can really shoot at Stevens. They've been playing him a lot more at the 5, and so we had to do a couple different things. But overall, to hold another team at 33% from the floor, to do a pretty good job on their best player. I thought he had a 5 at half, and then we let him get a few too many threes in the second half. We really wanted to try to limit his three-point attempts. When you got a guy that can shoot it that well from 3, it's not about, a lot of times the best way to slow down a really good player is to limit the amount of touches he gets and the opportunities that he can get the ball in the air. But, we had 5 guys in double figures, and then we had 2 more, 8 and 9, and we had 20 assists. The positive, I thought, we got to the free throw line 28 times, which was great to see. That's something that's been a little bit of a weakness for us this year offensively, and 20 assists. So that's always good to see. I was tempted to play Matt a few more minutes, try to get that triple-double, but I thought it was the right thing to let our depth play. And it's that time of year you want to keep rounding your edges a little bit, and anytime we can get our depth out there right now to prepare us, for what we got to do in the stretch, I think that's a very important deal. Told me after the game, I guess we tied the regular season win mark tonight, tying that team from last year. And so 22 wins, most in regular season history. And to do that back-to-back years is a credit to this program, to these guys. And, it's just another mark, right? I mean, this group has done a lot of things for the first time, and will continue to position themselves to do more things for the first time if they keep playing connected and defensively the way they are. But, it's amazing when you really look at it, just what these guys have accomplished. And especially when, to be quite honest, nobody really expected us to be here. And then when we got to the start that we got off to, and then we lost a few on the road, then all of a sudden people started kind of, questioning us again. And this team's they've done what they always do. They just bounce back and keep fighting. And to put together a 6-game win streak like they have, they deserve everything that comes their way, and couldn't be more proud of them.
No Gurley today. Do you think that was kind of what you kind of always preach, as long as you keep playing as hard as you do defensively and as hard as he has, you're going to have a game eventually like this offensively?
Noah's been getting better every single day, right? I mean, it's like I just said on radio. I mean, this stuff is never accidental. He's in the office. I see him coming in the office. I see him in this hallway out here every day, right? And this hallway goes to our offices, and he's usually looking for his position coach to watch film. He gets on the floor, right, and he's playing 2 positions. And then also he's been practicing a lot of the 5 in practice. And so, what we saw tonight, we were able to play Matt a little bit less. We got him a lot more reps at the 5. And, you see that move he made in the first half when he caught it. And, that was a high-level move right there. And he's just continuing to improve. He's continuing to figure how hard he's got to play in long stretches, using this length. He can score it all over the court. He can hit the 3. He can score it around the rim. He's got great post moves. His feet continue to get better. And as he continues to get stronger, another offseason with Coach Aldred and another offseason developing his skills, I think he's gonna be one of the next greats here. There's not any doubt in my mind.
Since we're starting with that Wofford game, your defensive intensity has really been up even higher, as you were just talking about, with what you've been able to hold teams to. But it seems to me that even your guys off the bench, like Trey Clark and Bothell and Slauson in particular, are adding to that. Are they learning things from the older guys and the guys that are starting?
Yeah, I think everybody is starting to buy in that we know it, right? We know how we have to win here, and we've seen it. We've seen in the key games how we've won, And a lot of times you've got to, right, any point in life, it doesn't matter if we're talking about basketball, business, family, you've got to have convictions. And then when those convictions get tested, right, you've got to be able to stick to them. And you've got to buy into this is how we have to do it. And it's not always maybe the funnest way, right? You know, a lot of times you get guys out of high school and they want to come in and they want to shoot balls and they think a great game is scoring. And, you know, we constantly remind them, right? And just like after Thursday night, one of the big things that people can easily miss, we won that game by double digits on Thursday night, okay? We scored 12 points less than we did at Greensboro, right? And the storyline from everybody was, well, for 33 minutes, we only had 3 guys score. We had everybody on the team doing all the other things that impact winning. And we had Noah Gurley getting 11 deflections. We had Alex Hunter doing an unbelievable job on their best player. We had Jalen Slauson coming in off the bench in 5 minutes, getting 3 rebounds and 5 deflections. And so this group is starting to see that, hey, this is how we have to play. And we got to have active hands. We got to fly around D. We got to play connected. And then offensively, we got to move it. We got to cut. We've got to be different. And, you know, that's how we have to play. And I think what's happening is it's as the old cliche, right? The best teacher's always the bench, right? I mean, that's Bobby Knight, right? A long time ago, the best, that's the best motivator. We don't do it out of fear. We don't yell at these guys. We don't cuss them. We don't treat them like that, right? We want to build them. And as you build them, you just tell them the truth. And then you just continue to educate them. This is how we play. And when they see the leadership do it like that, they're doing it, then it just hits them like, okay, if I want to get out there, this is what I have to do. And but for us, we have to stay true to that. And I think that's where, you know, early, a month and a half ago, when everybody was trying to figure out, hey, they played more guys last year than they are this year, they just weren't quite doing that, right? We weren't seeing it in practice, the consistency of effort that we needed to see. But here lately, all of a sudden they have, and it's helping us. I mean, it's a huge piece of our recent success.
Lots of times you see guys get in a trap and immediately call timeout, the coach calls timeout, and I've sometimes wondered why, you know, some of your guys get called in a trap and don't call timeout. And then you see Noah get trapped in the corner and ends up in a dunk. I mean, is it just like a thing where you practice it and they have to, so now they're playing it, so it's like they just have to work their way out of it? Or?
Yeah, we pivot probably more than most teams, you know, and just how we play, because we cut a lot and we space and we move it. So we practice pivoting. We've had to practice with this group a lot in January. We did a lot of ball security drills and, you know, trying to really improve the turnover rate. But, you know, we trust with a pivot, you have 5 seconds. And, you know, a lot of times guys will be undisciplined in traps. Sometimes they'll foul you. Sometimes they'll give you an angle. A lot of times what happens, they got 2 and you're 4 on 3 behind it. It's a great cutting opportunity. So a lot of times our guys will pivot, look for a cutter. Noah was looking for a cutter, and then all of a sudden the ball came free, and then he got the edge, and next thing you know, he's dunking it, which was pretty much an incredible play. But you know, yeah, I think because of how we play it, how we operate, I don't think sometimes our guys get too much of a panic when they have a pivot situation. There were a lot of times last Saturday actually where we got in those pivot situations and we hit back cut layups.
I guess my question is, how do you maintain the focus with final regular season home game and it being Wofford? But I'm not sure that's going to be an issue for your guys.
Yeah, I think that we've dealt with a lot of noise this year. You know, that's one thing with this group, especially with our youth. We've dealt with a lot of noise, and I don't expect the noise of this game to take away our focus of doing what we have to do. And if it was, you know, it's a really, really good team. You know, we've played a lot of really good teams. Our league's phenomenal, and it's going to be a great challenge. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be a great Saturday afternoon for college basketball. And it just shows you how good this league is. You know, it's going to be a high level game, and we just got to go try to be the best version of ourselves. And it's not going to be about doing more. It's not going to be about we just got to go be our best. And as we prepare, as we put the game plan in, we've got to focus on that. We've got to have a narrow and simple mindset, but we can't get caught up in the noise. That will all take care of itself. And you know, we've had some big games in here lately. I mean, Thursday night, that was a huge game. You know, last Saturday was a huge game. And, of course, we'll see what happens tonight. But potentially they can come in here undefeated in the league, and they deserve it. They've had a great year. They're well coached. They've got really good players. And, just like we saw in Spartanburg, that was a basketball game now. I mean, that was a ball game. And so it'll be fun. It's what you do this for, to play meaningful games late in the year. And we look forward to it. And again, has there been a bigger game in Timmins history? I don't know. But it just shows again the growth of the program and what we've been able to accomplish with a group that has just continued to get better. And we got to be smart how we manage this week. And sometimes you want to keep playing, but we got to take the bye and make sure that we're smart in how we manage that. And I trust that our guys are going to be ready to go on Saturday.
For guys like Trey Clark and Bothwell and others today like that, there might not be points in specific tight game situations, but even just being in there, that's kind of sowing the seeds for when they might need to be out there in a tough situation, that they can score.
Yeah, there's no substitution for experience, right? And I showed film this morning, of our game in Lexington, and I showed Trey just how well he played, and he played really well in Lexington, and he played very composed, and Trey's a guy that you never want to get in these situations and eliminate his growth and forget the growth that he's made. He's made unbelievable growth this season, and he will continue to grow this offseason. And so you want to encourage all these guys, right? And lately, he's not been as confident on the offensive end. He's let that affect his defense a little bit. And today I just wanted to get him back to, hey, worry about the defense, okay? Be simple on offense. Be composed. Trust yourself. You're a really, really good player. You've had a great year. Go out there and enjoy it. Don't add pressure to the situation. And I thought he let his defensive performance carry him. And it's the great paradox of the game. When you just go out there and try to play the right way on that end, the other end usually takes care of itself. And was happy to see that. I mean, he had 12 points, and he also had 3 steals, and he had 2 blocks. So that shows you right there. I mean, he's got 5 deflections right there, and I'm sure he had more, but that shows you that his mind was in the right place tonight.